everyone, this is Elizabeth and it is November and we are on the fall/Thanksgiving series. And remember, anything fall works for Thanksgiving. You just change up the sentiment. And in my case, it's just what I write on the inside because I'm not a big sentiment person. However, that being said, I thought today we would use one of these stamps for an actual sentiment, but it's going to be our focal point. And I haven't decided if I'm going to do Coffee and Friends, the perfect blend, or You're the cream in my coffee. Because even during fall, you're thinking of a loved one. You know, it's that time we're thankful. We're thankful for our loved ones. We need to send them a card to remind them of that every now and then. In our last video, okay, we had stamped this beautiful image on top of our acetate here and then inked the rest of our card. So when we stamped, it inked here, and then we had all the ink on top of this little piece, and we picked all that ink up with this little piece. Ooh, okay. So with this little piece, this is what is going to be my focal part on there. Let me pop out these little stamps, and I'm either going to use this one on there or this one, and we can even turn it sideways. You know, that might work right there. I'm kind of liking that. And then we can stamp a couple of coffee cups here, and then we'll do the beans down the border. I think that will work fabulous. Now, I do have the mask out again, and I thought it would be fun if we did, and I'm going to trim this even closer. So we'll do that too. But what I was thinking is we're going to get our little cover plate. We're going to get our piece of paper, okay, because I want the center blocked off. I guess it doesn't matter, because if I put this over the top, yeah, it's not going to matter. But say that you wanted to do single layer stamping, so this is when this would come in handy. And since it's easy, pardon me, since it's easy, I'm just going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to line up my little corners. Okay, just line them up. Line them up, line them up. Just like so. Okay, so that's nice and even. And now I'm going to take my pixie sprayed rectangle, and I'm just going to set that right in there. Okay, and now I'm going to pick up this. Okay, so we have our nice pixie sprayed rectangle in there, and we can go in with our browns, which I think we're going to just add a bunch of different colored coffee beans. Okay, let's do these ones. We're going to go with some ground espresso, some rusty hinge, and some gathered twigs. We're going to peel that off and see how we get this beautiful little halo. And you know what? That will be perfect. I'm actually going to cut this even smaller. Okay, I think it's going to look fabulous. Hold on. I've got an idea. Oh, look at it. And it gives us this cute little halo. Ah ha ha, look at that. It's so cute. Okay, so it is a little white on white right now. So we're going to add a little bit of extra color. And why are we stuck here? I didn't glue you down. Little residue from the pixie spray. I've been having a little bit of issues. I really oversprayed that. But considering we're going to cover that, it'll be all right. If you do overspray and kind of muck up your stencil, all you're going to do is you're going to take it to your kitchen sink and you're going to wash it with some warm soapy water and get that pixie spray off of there, and then just try again with fewer sprays. And that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to take that down and wash it. Okay, so I got some antique linen because this is a lighter tan color, and I think this one will look good in our card. So it didn't work out exactly like I wanted. That's all right though, because what I can do is add, I really wanted to add more of a yellowy tint to this. So I think I'm going to add that antique linen to the edges, but I'm going to use my yellow brush. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, I like that. Woohoo! That looks good. I'm loving that. Okay, so now I think we were going to do that right there. And then we're going to do a couple of coffee cups. We're going to start at the top and work our way down. So we're going to move our card base. We're going to flip this the way we need it. Okay, we're just going to set that there. And that's going to be in the black, okay, because that'll be our darkest. And then we're going to do this in the same bean colors, but we're going to, I think we're going to start with that one, and that one. That'll work. Just stamp. And what I'm lining up, they've done their best to line this image up on this block. So if I line the edge of the block on the edge of my paper, I'm looking to leave a little bit of edge there and a little bit of edge there. Okay, and I'm just gonna eyeball it and make sure it looks decent. Okay, right there, and then I've got a border there. Nice even pressure and up. Oh, look at that. Wasn't that a beautiful stamp? Ugh. Get this picked up for you guys. Look at da 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 da. Perfect blend. Okay, and then we can decide if our, yes, look at how cute is that. But we need to pop that up for sure. So we're gonna grab our fat foam tape. Now, if you want perfect alignment, okay, this mat is so wonderful. It really is sticky. I got to get used to grabbing my tweezers to help me pick things up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little grid, because remember, this came from the center of that grid. So I can take my little Simon Hurley Stampin' Foam block masking, get the corners all lined up in the etched area, okay? And that's going to pretty much stay stuck there because of this lovely mat. You can use your magnet piece, okay? And then I've peeled one side. Okay, I'm going to hold the sticky side, and see that? I can move that around, so I can position the top part. And then when I get it where I want it, because it is a little bit smaller than my rectangle, I can tap that piece that I peeled, okay? And then we can peel this piece, because it peels back quite nicely. It does. I don't even know why I'm trying to use those. Look at that. It just peels. and then we pop that down. Now, I forgot. I should have trimmed it a little bit because this is going to look great with a white border. So let's see if we can trim that down just a hair. Okay. I'm going to lift my guard up so that foam can get in there. And so I'm going to trim a little bit off of all of the sides, okay? Just a little bit off of all the sides. Oh, look at that. We're just bringing that black right back out. And that's fine. This one's going to open like this. How fun is that? Let's get that glued down. Thin little black border all the way around. Looking lovely. Da 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 da. Look at that. So we used a piece from cleanup because remember we had this here, we had that there, and then we stamped, or we had this in the center and we stamped right over the top of it so that we could just get a border with this one, okay? And with that stamping, we took another piece of paper right on top of it and picked it all up, and that's what that is. That's cleanup, because normally we would just wash that off, right? So be sure when you're doing cleanup, have some extra pieces of paper. This is a cleanup from the stamp. When I did this card, I had it inked up, and all I did is I gave it a little spurts of water and then picked that up off the stamp. And so that's a second generation stamping, isn't it just? And so now we've got 2 cards with the same stamp. I think we'll use it a couple more times and then we'll move on to something else, but I'm really digging it. We'll see you next time. Let me know what you think in the comments. If it inspires you to be crafty, be sure to hashtag Chat with Sassy in the Instagram or Facebook, or you can join, and you can join our Facebook group, Chat with Sassy's Crafty Friends, and we would love to see what you're creating. Thank you for joining me. Bye-bye.